It's a true honor to be here in Bulawayo, the city of kings, at a time where Africa is writing a new chapter in its development story. What is Global Gateway? Global Gateway is the EU's offer to build sustainable, trusted partnerships around the world. But in Africa, our vision is bold. We mobilize up to 150 billion in investment by 2027, with the focus on infrastructure that drives inclusive growth. There is no charity, there is no dependency, but real partnerships. Why does Africa matter to us, and why I think European Union should matter to Africa, ladies and gentlemen? Well, the European Union is the biggest trading bloc in the world. Any product which enters our market can circulate freely with the 27 member states. The EU is one single trading bloc. Products enter typically through our ports, like the Netherlands, and then they can go around in the 27 member states. We are by far Africa's biggest trading partner, by far. And when it comes to buying African products, we are buying for around 300 billion per year. So the core idea, ladies and gentlemen, of Global Gateway is that any economy is based on a prosperous and sustainable private sector. And no economy can strive without strong foundations. It is the private sector which creates jobs and drives the economy. But let us look at the success stories around the world. My own home country, Germany, after the Second World War, we had what we called the economic miracle, the Wirtschaftswunder. Japan became a tech giant within a generation. South Korea, once amongst the poorest nations, is rich. Each country has to find its own way. There are also common denominators. And when you look at the countries I just mentioned, and you add to it Singapore and Taiwan and a lot of others, the common denominators are always the same. So, ladies and gentlemen, a fertile ground for investment requires predictability, skills, infrastructure, finance, and trust in institutions. Companies are not risk adverse, but they would like to know what the risks are. They need predictability. African governments are enablers in that. We as partners, we can contribute, and we do that through Global Gateway. We do it in green energy. We support Africa's transition, green transition with investments in renewable energy, power transmission, and sustainable fuels. We support transport corridors, improving regional integration through roads, railways, and port infrastructure. We support digital connectivity, expanding access to high-speed internet to bridge the digital divide. We support education and skills in Africa, enhancing human capital through vocational training, digital education, and knowledge exchange. And we support health infrastructure, strengthening health systems to make societies more resilient. But ladies and gentlemen, as I said before, we are just partners. We are enablers and partners to the governments who are in charge of their country. We can build roads and railways and generate energy and offer financing. But at the end, it's the government creating the fertile environment, and it's the private sector that creates sustainable growth and jobs. Our mission is to support that and to be there. And I can assure you, ladies and gentlemen, the EU stands ready to work with African partners to nurture this soil. And for the first time this year, we will also bring massively European companies for the first ever EU-Zimbabwe Business Forum. We are interdependent neighbors, Africa and the European Union. So let us walk this road together. Let's unlock Africa's potential, not through promises, but through partnerships. Through Global Gateway, the EU is not just building roads, we are building bridges for a common future. Thank you.